I believe in closeness.
I see, man.
Just like your cornerbacks, you want them close up.
I like them really close. I just don't want them to hold.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch you.
That's right. We good.
T-Rob, just after the first few days, how do you like the guys' depth and how that's shaking out?
Obviously you can tell the team speed has improved, and that's something that, Coach Muschamp been talking about and emphasized throughout the off-season, and our guys have got faster, and you can definitely see that. I like the camaraderie right now. We got a lot of guys battling with each other and for each other. And that's the one thing that we talked about, going into the fall camp. We wanted to get closer as a team. We wanted to compete in a different way, and I think our kids are really doing that. So I'm impressed on where we are, but we have a long way to go.
How difficult is it to kind of walk the line between trying to be physical in camp and knowing that you're pretty thin depth-wise and don't want to get anybody hurt?
No, we base our program on effort, toughness, and discipline. And so, toughness is a part of who we are. So we're going to be physical, and it's just part of playing the game and doing the things like that. But our kids are doing a good job of practicing and taking care of each other, and that's the one thing that we kind of put onus on, being physical, but being smart about it. Not taking any cheap shots, not hitting the guy in the back where he run into another defender or another offensive player. So, our kids are doing a good job of that, of handling it the right way, and we're really proud of them for doing that. We got to continue to do that.
What are your impressions of Jemias Williams' first 3 days on the practice field?
A really good, talented player. We playing him at multiple spots right now. Really hadn't saturated him at one spot. So it's a lot for a freshman to come in and play 2 spots. So one thing we're doing right now, we'll saturate him a little bit more as we put on the pads and things like that, and just primarily play him at some nickel, and that'll kind of broaden his world a little bit for him. But we'll be okay. I'm excited about him. He got the skill set that we always knew he had. He compete like we knew he would. So we're excited about it.
When do you make a decision on a guy like that, or any of the guys that, he's going to help us, or he may start? I mean, at what point does the process does that happen?
Well, obviously we hadn't even put on pads, so it's not fair to say that to him. It's not fair to say that to anyone right now. But I will say this: the freshmen are doing a really good job. Our older players are really taking them under their wing. They're helping them. They're going through all the installs. We got stuff at night where we're doing walkthroughs, and the kids are really taking the onus to be a really good football team. And I'm really proud of them for doing that, and we just continue to do that, and we'll be fine.
Has anybody mentioned Jemias playing offense, and do you kind of smack their wrist if they say?
Well, if they do that, I'll take shy of defense. I'm sure the offense won't agree to that.
T, how crucial is it to try to get a sustained pass rush and to try to get those numbers up after these last couple of years?
I think that's very important, and that's one of the things Coach Thompson has done a really good job. Coach Dillman in the off-season program has done a really good job of getting the guys faster, working on their first step. I really think that Bryson will help us doing some of those things. I think, Taylor will be great inside. I think Dante Sawyer. I think Dennis Wonham is a guy who has really, really impressed me, the first 3 days. So we just got to continue to kind of find us some pass rushers, maybe these young guys as far as Aaron Sterling, maybe Brad Johnson, some guys that also can provide some immediate pass rush for us.
With Bryson, do y'all like his hand in the dirt? Do you like him kind of roving on the edge as a stand-up rusher?
You know what? He's a guy that can do both, and he has done both in college games. So, it doesn't matter. However he feels comfortable right now, he feels comfortable doing both. So, however it gets to the quarterback, we want him to get there.
What has Wonham done that's impressed you?
He's very good with his hands. He's a very conscientious kid. He knows what to do. He knows how to do it and the way it should be done. And he's a really, really good player, and he's a really good person, And I've been around a lot of guys, and when you have a good person and a good player, it's kind of guys that I like.
Have any of your first-year linebackers emerged to where you can see some guys who can give you some depth?
Yeah, I've really been impressed with Sherrod Green. Eldridge Thompson is a guy. Damani is a guy that's going to keep coming along. We moved Devon Bowen inside, and he's helping as well. So we got some guys that can provide some depth, and we just got to continue to work with them. There's a lot of stuff we're throwing at them, so when we saturate it into a game day, game plan type deal, then it'll be better.
Is there a number of those guys who you say we've got to have this amount of guys play from that group?
No, I probably hadn't put a specific number on it. But obviously, the guys that's probably not helping on defense, they need to help on special teams. And that's why recruiting is so important. It improves your team's speed. And you look at our special teams number from last year on the kickoff team. That's very cognizant of exactly where we stand as far as our team speed. So we have improved that. So those young guys are going to play.
Based on whether it be based on experience or personnel, do you feel like you'll have more defensive